stadium. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the USC Trojans. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
When you step onto the field for a USC football game, you know you are in the heart of history. Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum in Los Angeles has seen more sports than you can imagine. Hosting 2 Summer Olympics in 1932 and 84, it is also set to return for a 3rd Olympic trial in 2028. It was opened in 1923, and more history has happened in the Coliseum than anywhere else in college sports. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. I guess they're not interested in kicking it away. They're lining up for an onside kick. Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lockhart. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
And the Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down to the air. That's caught. It's Anderson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. Looks as if it's the junior linebacker who's still down on the play, and Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his condition. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Makes the grab over the middle. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. And the best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Hits inside. It's Jordan. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day 1, game 1. Make that first impression.
To the air, it's Mayava. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on 3rd down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
Makes a move. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. They'll run the screen to the 15. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. The Sooners line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Fires into the end zone. Couldn't connect with his man in the end zone, but they're going to back up after this penalty is announced, I believe.
And the offensive player had to commit pass interference on that play. You saw the defender jump the throw. The defender was in position to make an interception, so the offensive player had to do something to break it up.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their 2nd. They burned a couple early, now down to just 1 timeout to work with. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Looking for the end zone. They'll stop him just short of the 1st down marker on the screen.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
How about this defense digging in its heels after the big play? It's now 3rd and goal. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Direct snap. It's Blaylock. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal. They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. He's going for the goal line. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Getting ready for the extra point after the 1st score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Got it in the middle, it's Anderson. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10. Moves the pocket. It's Mayava. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
And the Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quarterback changing the play. Wants to go up top on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Third and short now from their own 48. Powers inside. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up fourth down as this defense makes a play. They thought maybe they could get the defense flowing the wrong way on the counter, but they were not fooled.
Get them flowing one way and then maybe hit that outside on the other side, right?
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field.
Booster.
Snaps it, and he has to have it. And it's caught, but he's stopped short, and you have to get the route past the marker on fourth down.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Hauls it in. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Makes the catch. It's Mateer. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Once he got some room, it was over. Getting set for the point after. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. Hope the kicker is okay there. He's in a defenseless and vulnerable position, and you have to protect him. Fielded in the end zone. It's Barber.
Kick returners just have to do a better job knowing where they are on the field and what the situation is. That's a ball you got to let go through the end zone. That's a touchback. Instead, you're trying to be the hero, and now you've done yourself more harm than good. The offense starting in terrible field position.
If you want to look on the bright side, at least you can pile up a bunch of yards if you can move the ball because it is a long way to the end zone. Throwing right. It's dropped after taking the hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Fires to the wideout. Dangerous throw on that one. I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Fires downfield. Finds a man in the middle. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Trojans come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. play action on first down. It falls incomplete, and we'll change ends of the field to get things started back up. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. That's caught. It's Anderson. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and short. Making the adjustment. He wants to throw it again. Fires and picked off. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Here comes the offense on second down. Motion from the wideout. Sets his feet. It's Mateer. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
Man, that's exactly what this defense needs. They found themselves now in a hole. They're trailing. Got to get pressure on this QB. Can't give him time to get comfortable. They get to him, get the big sack. Maybe this gets them back in the football game.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Blaylock. And the Wildcat has turned to disaster. A big loss as the defense was all over it.
Defense doing everything right on this drive. They started off in really good field position. They created negative plays. They're going to get off the field here very, very quickly. That was about as good as you can do without taking the ball away.
Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
Looking for the edge, it's Jordan. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want them.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Hit as he throws. Oh, he dropped the football. He had it right in the middle of the field and just ran before he finished the catch. It'll be 4th down. And the Trojans send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed, and they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Turning it on! And inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
Yeah, and we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's evolved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality and assert their physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
First down here for the offense. Follows his blocks. It's Blaylock. Knocked down immediately.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy. And he's able to get the tackle for loss.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They'll run the counter. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. It's been said over and over, you have to protect players' head and neck area. This penalty, so important at the college level. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air, it's Mateer. Out wide right, it's Sategna. Touchdown Sooners! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
I know we're only in game one, but in this half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. On the ground, it's Blaylock. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's back.
Going for it all. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Back to throw, it's Mateer. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And this will be a bit of a challenge, a 46-yard attempt from the right hash. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Well, they're able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
if they can get something going here late in the half. Straight ahead, it's Jordan. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Trying to squeak through the pile. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you wanted. Like the interception, the turnover. Good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
To throw, it's Mayava. Good job just to get rid of that one.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going up.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The Sooners call timeout, and that's their last one. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. But, guys, they're not sending the punt team out there. They're going to go for it. This is a huge risk, and, man, if it backfires, they're in trouble. Snapped on fourth down. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own great field position.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. 4th and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
Under pressure, and he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Drops back on first down. Buying time to his right. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Long way to go on second down. Sends it back in motion. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Gets rid of it.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. Go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Look out! They get to him as he throws.
And what a missed opportunity for this defense. They got one chance to get back in this game. Force some turnovers, create some big plays. They're down big. Man, did they need that opportunity.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. down. He'll try to pick it up through the air. Lets it fly. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
It'll go out of bounds. Depends on where they spot it, but looks as if it'll be around the 45. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Sells the run, looking to pass. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. Between the hashes, it's Sategna. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the second quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hookup there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing up is working to perfection. They're looking to add already to their blowout lead.
Under. Spider, over. Cross.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half.
Sweet. Freeze.
He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Thanks so much, fellas. Here inside our EA Sports Studios, welcome into the Week 0 College Football Update Show. We start with the Oklahoma State Cowboys taking on the Sam Houston Bearcats. And it's Oklahoma State getting a banner day from their stars on the road. To pick up victories away from home, that's the mark of a focused team, pushing them to 1-0 on the short season.
Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Not sure they had to adjust much as they'll try to build on this lead. Breaks into the open. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on in the second half.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down.
Gets loose in the middle. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win. And gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the first down. In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
Finding some room. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he put an exclamation point on that drive with a 29-yard touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Rush right in his face. Left side, it's Bowman. Still on his feet at the 45. Flying down the left side. Inside the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
And how about the big tight end doing the work for the quarterback, man? Nice, short, safe throw. And how about the speed, the athletic ability? You've seen the evolution of the tight end in the history of football, and this is exactly why. They went from being a big target to now a guy that can make plays after the catch and make big home run plays like he did right there.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And he'll be stopped. The return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big-time play.
Shoots it to the left. Makes a connection. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, mark it at the 47. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Right side, it's Blaylock. At the 20, he's got space. Into the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. He'll bring it out. It's Barber. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. They haven't had a whole lot of production, nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
The Trojans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wide receiver comes in motion. Sets his feet. It's Mayava. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. It's complete to the left. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Touchdown Sooners! Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And right down the middle. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Deep in the end zone, it's Barber. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
And man, this home crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet yelling.
Timed him perfectly to knock him free and forces the 3rd down.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're in the late in the 3rd quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
And guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive. And I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. The fake and wants to throw. They got him for the sack, and they'll get the ball back after the 4th down stop.
And the D brings the heat, man, and they catch him a little bit off guard. Quarterback doesn't know where to go with the football. Man, the worst thing you can do on 4th down is take a sack. It doesn't matter if you get an INT. Throw that thing up. Give your receiver a chance to make a play. He holds on to it too long, and the defense gets the sack. Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Lockhart. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. To the air, it's Mayava. Can hold on in the face of the contact.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
First grab of the season for this highly talented freshman. They believe he's just going to get better each and every snap. Fresh set of downs going up top. Out wide right, it's Jordan. At the 35, he's loose. Snags it and he's open. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you can get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
He's changing the play. He's looking to throw. Rushes on, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Trojans!
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game one. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Ready, go. Tells the run, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Looking to pass. It's Mateer. They're all over him. And down he goes.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles, and a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
Stop right there. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. So we open the final period with a third down play. Right back to it. They get him stopped, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. So look at this. They're sending out the kicker to try along. Well, players don't really like kickers, but if this guy bangs through this 60-yarder, he'll be the toast of the team. No good. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Hands it off. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been...
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers that
makes the catch, and he's free. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
And the Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Fires to the wideout. And he throws another interception. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the snap, it's Blaylock. Finds his man. Running wide open down the gut of the field. He's at the touchdown, Oklahoma. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. This guy is special. What a target and what a knack for finding the end zone. He might just rewrite the record book before he's done in Norman.
Man, that's a famous record book. We could go down the list of so many big-time players just in the last several years, whether it's Hollywood Brown, C.D. Lamb. We can keep going with the list goes on and on and on, but just guys that make plays and quarterbacks that trust their receivers because you know why? Because they do that.
On the return, it's Barber. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just wide open spaces. The 30, at the 20.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Oklahoma sends the offense out, ready to go on the attack. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Got it in the middle. It's Sategna. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
To the air. It's Mateer. He'll get rid of it. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Jordan. Could not make his way to the corner.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He finds a dead spot in the middle. That's his first catch of the season, and they believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early. The Trojans have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. There he goes. He's at the 20. Touchdown Sooners. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. Ready to try the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Lining up for the PAT. How in the world did he miss that?
Number 29, set to kick off.
He'll bring it out. It's Barber. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Goes high to pull it in. Oh, he's got some space. The 10. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched, but here in the fourth quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know, next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
And and the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Blaylock. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Just keep moving this thing forward. He's out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 37-yard line.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force-feed you the football to try and ice this game. He's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming in the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. On target to the left. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Sooners go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Drops back. It's Mateer. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. PAT unit on the field. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished the drive with a touchdown toss from the 49.
Number 49, set to kick off.
Coming out with it, it's Lockhart. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. There he goes to the right. The 20. Past the 10. I'm sorry you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party. A late touchdown. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Bangs it through for an extra point. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Gets it out nearly to the 35-yard line, corralled and brought down. They'll mark it at the 34. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. The handoff, keep working on that clock. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The Trojans use their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. 3rd and long coming up. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Fires to the right. Misses badly on that one.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard, but you're still seeing this defense compete. And on 3rd and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page, get the incompletion. That's something positive that their coaching staff can point to when they review the film.
He'll try to make the catch in traffic. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Using his legs, it's Jordan. At the 35, he's got room. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer, you could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent.
Snags it on the right. He goes out of bounds. Big pickup on the play. It'll look nice in the stats column, but probably not enough to make a difference in the game. Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Unloads to the wideout. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes, bring the speed on the field, and get ready to play the pass.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So,
and guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
well, I know when the defense goes back and watches this film, it's not going to be perfect, but that was the stop they needed, right, David? You got 2 great offenses going back and forth. You just got to be able to break serve once, and the defense did it here at the very end. No matter how you do it, I know the stats weren't great, but the most important statistic, they get the win.
Get the win. Obviously, you worry about cleaning everything up, but you also want timely defense, right? Like when you need it, can you come through? I know a lot of people were holding their breath on the sideline, wondering if they would come through, but they did. They got the stop in a big moment. Their offense scored a bunch of points, and they walk away with the victory.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seems